Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Gunpowder and Freedom. So the problem with kind of splitting these videos in half is that I never really have a good introduction. So if you missed the first video, basically it was just me hanging siding, the furring strips, water table, everything out front there. This part of this video is going to cover doing this big long wall here, which is the roadside, as well as most of this wall here, which is the other end with the gable, but I ran out of siding there, so you'll see me get probably 3/4 of the way done, and then that video is also going to end. But like I said in the last video, just got a little bit too lengthy to make into one video. So here's the rest of it. Hope you enjoy. Okay, so with the use of our handy dandy laser there, I went ahead and I got a chalk line marked the entire way around these unfinished edges. Now it lines up, if you guys caught it right at the beginning there, it lines up with the bottom of this water table, so all of my water table is perfectly level running the whole way, so my siding will match up. And by that I mean, sorry for all the jumping around, the corners. This lip right here will match up with this lip here. So now I can go ahead and start running all of my furring strips down this corner, that corner, all of the other corners. I can get my water table up, and then I can start putting the siding up on this long side. Okay, so there are the first two pieces of furring strip on this side. We got one down each side of the corner. We got our water table all on, and if you can see, I held this in 4 3/4 inch from the very outside of this furring strip. That way when we put our corner piece of trim on, it's going to go up nice against our two pieces of water table. We got our plugs put all in. You can actually barely even see it on camera, which is kind of nice, or at least I can. But if you're wondering, yes, there are two ways of doing this. One is the way I'm doing it, where my water table ends, my trim comes down nice and flat, this all gets wrapped with stone, and so on and so forth. The other way is to bring this water table the whole way over to the edge and miter your corners, so it's one continuous piece. And then your trim comes down and sits on top of that. Like I said, I've seen it done both ways. I did it the way I'm doing it right now 5 years ago, when I was doing the rest of the siding on my house. And to go back and redo it, I probably would do it where the water table comes over to the actual corner and gets mitered, rather than the way I'm doing it right now. I think it looks a little bit cleaner, but you know, like I said, I did the rest of the house this way, so that's the way I'm going to keep doing it to finish it, so it all looks even. But the next house I'm going to do it the other way. Not that I can really see anything wrong with doing it the way I'm doing it, but oh well. So now that I have that done, I need to take 2 or 3 or 4 pieces of siding and cut that lip off the back, so in that way it'll sit real nice up against here. So as it rains on this siding, you know, it goes over, comes down onto the water table, out and down. If I don't cut that lip off, then it's going to hold out too far. My trim won't sit nice in there because you want this siding to come about a 1/4 inch away from your furring strip so it has room to expand and contract. And if you're wondering, am I damaging it structurally? No. I mean, this stuff is thick that's really all the movement I'm getting inside and out, or back and forth. So even a strong gust of wind or something that somehow works its way up under there, that's going to be perfectly fine. And yes, I do need to wash all this whenever I get done. So I am going to go ahead and get my multi-tool set up and start cutting, get some siding up. Okay, so once again, obviously I'm gonna power wash all this after I'm done. It'll clean it up and make it look real nice. But I do need to take 3 full pieces up to our shop, rip them down to 7 1/4, so I think that takes off like 1 inch from the top. Once I get this top row on, I'll put my furring strip on the top, and then this side will be ready for trim. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get all of the siding up, or at least until I run out, because after reevaluating it, I am gonna have to order some more siding. Big whoop. But while I'm waiting for that siding to get here, I can start knocking out that trim and putting the final touches on that before I start on stonework. Okay, so I got that top piece ripped, and then I went ahead and put that furring strip up. Now, before I was putting that furring strip on first, but I noticed, especially over here, I had to take that off, drop that piece of siding, and then put it back. So just pulled a couple measurements down from my F channel for my soffit and fascia there. Figured out where I needed my height set, and got that all situated. So now that this side is all siding and ready for trim, we can go ahead, jump around back and get set up there. Alright, so that is all the further that siding got me. I was hoping to get this side done with it, but you know what? It is what it is, so I will take it. Now, like I've said a few times now, I know it's dirty, it needs washed. It's been, honestly, it started out down here in my carport for, oh geez, probably a year and a half, and then it sat in my driveway for another year, and then whenever I was done with that house, I moved everything up to my woodshed there, and it's been sitting there for 4 or 5 years. So yeah, it's dirty, it needs washed, but all in all, the end result I think is well worth it. Plus it saved me a ton of money just to use that and power wash it after than to buy all new stuff. So I'll have to figure out how much I need to finish that, and then this side here. And then the actual siding's done. Then I need to do the trim. But I'm going to go ahead and assume that this video is probably reaching its limit. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here, and we'll pick it up next time, finishing the siding plus doing the trim. So you guys will get to see the final view on that. After that, I have to do the scratch coat, wire and scratch coat for the stone. My buddy Don's going to come over and hang it for me, and then I'll do all the mortar joining and then finish the driveway. And honestly, I think this house is done. So man, that's a good feeling. That to-do list got really short really quick after this garage kind of took shape. So with all that being said, I want to thank you guys for tuning back into another episode of Gunpowder and Freedom. I know for the past year, I've been saying it now, these videos have primarily been working on this garage and doing that, but you know, hey, where are your shoes? Look at who comes walking out here in her nice clothes with no shoes. Where are your shoes at, Missy? Huh? Here, come here. Okay. So, let's restart that. I want to thank you guys for tuning back in to another episode of Gunpowder and Freedom. The last year or so has been the garage, like I literally just said. But we are getting to the point now where I'm going to be over at the property every day, starting the new house. We're doing that in a couple months. So if I can get this banged out in the next month, I think I'm going to have a couple weeks of break where I'm actually able to do some shooting and get some firearm reviews filmed, plus you know, just really any other shooting video that I have thought of that I just haven't had the time to go do. So that'll be a nice little fun break before chaos ensues over at the property. But seriously guys, thank you for all the continued support. I've said it in multiple videos. You have no idea how much it means to me. So what do you say? You want to say bye? Can you blow everybody a kiss?
Mommy.
No, you're being shy? Okay. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much. Don't forget to check out our store on Etsy. Don't forget to give us a like on Instagram, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day.